All right, so the more that we approach the Megalodon update, the more I'm getting questions of what is the best way in the game right now to level up. And I'm gonna be honest, man, if you would have started playing 2 weeks ago, it kind of felt like everybody was just talking about leveling up and nobody was really talking about making any money whatsoever. And the main reason for that was because crab cages were just absolutely busted. It's very likely that you probably have a friend out there that has probably opened somewhere between 70 to 80,000 crab cages. As a matter of fact, I think we have somebody in my Discord server that's opened up close to 500,000 crab cages, which is absolutely insane when you look at someone like myself that's only opened up 875 in about 153 hours played time. So needless to say, the entire crab cage phase, it was completely abused. Unfortunately, as of last week, it was completely nerfed to the ground. It is useless to pretty much do crab cages unless you're trying to complete, obviously, your bestiary inside of either Vertigo or maybe even Desolate Deep. The second place that I hear all the time now is golden seahorses. I'm going to be honest with you. I spent the day before yesterday pretty much testing out both of the locations, that obviously being seahorse as well as the method that I'm going to show you in today's video. And don't get me wrong, seahorses was fairly decent. Was it the best? Absolutely not. And I'm going to try and go ahead and get a seahorse here so I can show you guys why that is the case. But basically, just to give you guys a little bit of context in the meantime, a lot of the numbers that I will be sharing with you guys in this video are going to be a little bit inflated. And the main reason for this is because I do own the double XP Game Pass. But at the end of the day, this doesn't change the fact that the method is still the best one. It's just that mine tends to work a little bit quicker than yours, but it's still giving the same best results. Something important about leveling up is that it does require a lot of luck. So luck is going to be the most important thing right next to obviously lure speed. You want to be able to catch fishes as quick as possible and keep the method kind of rolling. So that way you are consistently bringing in a lot of XP. The only reason that I would say that luck is sort of ahead of lure speed is because without catching the mythical fish that you need to be catching, you're just not earning that top tier amount of XP. Now, obviously having things like 8 times luck is going to go ahead and help you out a lot, but that's something that obviously costs Robux, which not everybody can obviously afford. This is where you sort of come into like this crossroads where you have to sort of decide whether you want to spend a little bit of real life money or you want to spend some in-game money. A lot of you are not aware exactly how much luck the Aurora Totem actually gives you, but based off of all of the official information that I've sort of seen all around, as well as information that I've seen said in all of the different types of wikis that there is, the official, unofficial one being the fandom, as well as even in chat logs of different people, the number that I sort of see repeated is that Aurora is about a 6 times luck. Now, I was so busy yapping that I didn't actually get to show you there a second ago, but basically, every single time that you catch a seahorse here, it's going to give you 8,400 XP. Now, again, keep in mind, that is me pointing out the fact that yes, I have double XP active, and on top of that, I do have insight on my fishing rod. That is another thing that I also recommend a lot. If you are going to strictly be focusing on leveling up, make sure that you are putting insight on your fishing rod, preferably Rod of the Depths, because of the ghost. Although your ghost, every time it catches a fish, it doesn't count towards your bestiary. It also doesn't count towards your streak. The XP earned from it does indeed count towards you. But the issue that I have with Seahorse is that because the fish pool is so massive here, it isn't as consistent, even with high luck sort of activated inside of the server, to consistently be getting seahorses out of here, which honestly means that it doesn't make it as good as our good old friend over here around the corner. I'm sure that this area brings a lot of flashbacks to those of you that have been playing for like the last, I don't know, 2-3 weeks. Catching a goldfish, which I believe I actually have one hooked right now, or actually no, I think this is a bone, so I won't be able to show you guys. But catching a goldfish in here will also yield you 8,400 XP, assuming you have, again, double XP and insight. And honestly, there's something that can actually make you even more, and that is getting a perfect catch. Assuming that the entire time that you're trying to fish up one of these mythicals, which let me show you guys really quick here, the amount of XP. If you notice right up here, okay, and I leveled up that time, so obviously I didn't get to show you the XP. That's fine. Let's catch another one. But yeah, assuming that you were able to actually keep the fish inside of the white bar the entire time until you catch it, you're going to get the prompt that says perfect catch. This increases the XP from 8,400 all the way up to 12,600 just for that one fish. Just to put it in perspective, I have one of my subscribers that sits inside of my private server, or I guess he has been sitting inside of my private server for roughly around the last 3 or 4 days. Huge shout out to Just North, man. He was going heavy on the grind this past weekend, but basically he had Rod of the Depths inside of the goldfish pond, and he was able to pull off 100 levels in one day. If I'm not mistaken, I believe it was in about 9, maybe like 12 hours of gameplay, which yes, is extremely unhealthy, and you should absolutely not do that. The only unfortunate side of this entire method is that you will be making terrible money. Again, as I mentioned before, this is going to predominantly take a lot of luck. For that reason, to really make this the absolute most effective, you will unfortunately need to be in lobbies where potentially there's a lot of auroras going around, or potentially they have a lot of 8 times boost active. One or the other is probably going to be needed if you want to make a lot of insane XP, and I'm talking about easily 100 levels in just a couple of hours. In my Discord server, I actually have 2 private servers that are always open for everyone inside of the Discord, and like I mentioned, over the last couple of days, a lot of people have been interested in getting to level 500. So for the most part, both of my servers are pretty much always full. The third server that I have is just strictly for recording. So this one really rarely has people inside of it. It usually is only like channel members and Discord server boosters and stuff like that. But these 2 servers right here, it seems like everyone has sort of been helping each other level up, and there's consistently auroras always active in here. Now, obviously, I'm not saying that you need to join these servers specifically, but there actually is a lot of other servers out there, even in the Discord for Fish, where people are consistently doing aurora runs. Now, I know that we usually do aurora runs here in the channel to sort of test out money, but I want to show you guys just how many levels I actually earn from the start to the end of one aurora run. So I'm going to go grab an aurora totem. We're level 377 right now, give or take about 40% XP, 50%, something like that. And let me show you guys just how much I level up in one run. All right, so again, just to give you guys a little bit of context, we're using the Rod of the Depths, Inside Enchant, Rapid Catcher Bait. I have Merlin luck activated. Absolutely no server luck is activated. We're just going to do an aurora totem, and that is pretty much it. That way we keep it as free to play as possible, even though I obviously have the double XP game pass. Not really much I can do about that. Let's go ahead and get ourselves a fresh new night here. There we go. And we are going to go ahead and activate our aurora totem and let the fun begin, man. All right, so right there we went ahead and finished, and if you notice, we're just about halfway to 381. So in total, we gained 3 levels from that one aurora run. Now, I know that doesn't exactly seem like a lot, but if we take a look over here at the leveling chart, to level up from 377 all the way to 380, you're looking at, give or take, probably like somewhere around the 200k XP range. So obviously, if you're a player that's maybe, I don't know, level 100, for example, this would be a huge game changer for you. You'd probably level up quite a few times. Unlike, for example, if you're a player that's level 485, you're probably not going to feel anything at all. This is probably going to be a joke to you, and maybe you'll make it 1 level. Now, the biggest downside to using the Goldfish as of right now for this week is honestly the bones. And the reason for this is because the bones are considered mythicals. So unfortunately, when you do have high luck, you tend to catch more of the bones than you do the actual goldfishes. It's kind of just the unfortunate side of it right now. But once this event is gone and over with, we will probably be gaining about 5 levels every single time, if not honestly even more than that. And unfortunately, even if we come back over here to the seahorses, the same exact issue happens over here. If anything, it's actually even worse because of how many more fishes you're able to catch here. So it's just kind of the unfortunate reality right now of trying to level up with all of these bones being in pretty much the best XP areas. On a side note, just before it actually leaves the chat here, I was able to get my 10,000 fish, which is pretty cool because it says massive congratulations to you from Nate. That's actually pretty cool. To my knowledge, that is the first time that you actually get one of those unique messages when you hit 10,000 fish caught. Every other time that you get like 1,000 fish, I think it just gives you like a regular old generic congratulations in the chat. But this does now mean that I technically have the Fish Overlord title, which is super sick, dude, even though I'm probably never going to use it. But yeah, man, hopefully this answers your questions, and I really do hope that this helps a lot of you out, man. The grind is real right now to be able to get to the level 500, so that way a lot of you can get the no life rod. I understand. grind. Definitely not an easy grind, but let me know in the comments if this helps you out, or if you guys are using a different method. Also share with us in the comments. I'm all for trying out some different things as long as they make sense. So if we look at the chart over here, while I do understand that there is other fish that give way more XP, I mean, Emperor Jellyfish gives 4,500 base, which that is obviously way more than the 2,800 base that the Captain Goldfish gives. Same goes for Spectral Serpent and obviously the Colossal Squid, but all of these are extremely difficult to catch, so it just doesn't make it a viable option. But anyways, man, I think that's gonna pretty much do it for this video. Like always, I will see you guys in the next one. Take care.